My favorite brush to blend with is the blush bronzer brush. So it has a real fluffy end and it has a more dense end. You can use the denser end for applying your foundation, blending. The fluffy end works really good for blush, bronzer, anything that you need kind of a lighter touch on. I like to use a setting spray when I blend, so I usually just spray a little bit in my hand and then dab my brush on it, and then I start blending. And I start blending with the lightest colors first. So wherever I've applied the brightening highlight and the main highlight. And I use a tapping motion, kind of slightly swiping and tapping. This presses the makeup into place without, if you're just rubbing, you're going to end up rubbing it right off. You don't want to take off everything that you've just put on. You want just to blend it naturally, the natural look. So I go with the lightest colors first, and then I go into the darker colors. The neck, the jaw, forehead, tapping. Now, if you have kind of a larger forehead and you want to diminish the appearance of the size, contouring works really well for that. If you have a smaller forehead, you don't want to do too much contouring. Keep it closer to the hairline because you don't want to close your face in. So on the cheeks, I start at the hairline. Ignore my gray roots showing through. And you just kind of tap and keep it going upward. You don't want to drag that down because we want to achieve the appearance of lift on our face and our cheekbones. So tapping that in, kind of brushing slightly, brushing up. And I'm blending the contour and the blush cheek color all at the same time. And then on the nose, just kind of swipe that a little bit to blend that nose contour. Kind of tapping and pressing, slightly swiping. Now you could go in and add some illuminator if you wanted to, or more of a bronzer. If you like more of a bronzed look, you could use the fluffy end and just add in a little bronzer. You can add bronzer just by tapping a little bit where you want it, normally on the high points of your face where the sun would naturally hit your face and create a tan. So then I'll just do a quick little eyeshadow. I'm going to use Drift, which is the lightest shimmer color. Add that up by the brow and in the inner corner. Let's see, we'll use Bubba. It's kind of a warm medium tone, and I'm going to apply that right here above the crease, kind of near the tip of the eyebrow. And then I'm going to use a darker shade. This is Pomegranate. I'm just going to put a little bit in the outside corner. I don't ever come all the way down to the tip of my eye anymore because I want to create the illusion of lift. If I bring the color all the way down, it tends to kind of drag the eye down, and I want the illusion that it's lifted. So I usually apply it kind of more towards the tip of the brow here and coming down onto the eyelid, but not all the way down to the corner. And then you can drag that into the crease or create a crease. If you have a very hooded eye, you want to look straight ahead and apply the color where you're going to see it kind of above where your natural crease would be. And then I like to add a little bit of a shimmer on the eyelid. And then just blend out any harsh lines. if there are any, just kind of soften it. Sometimes I'll take the smaller end and clean that up and make sure that it's got that lifted look. So the color that I used on my eyelid for the shimmer is Tawanda. That's one of my favorites. It's kind of a pinky gold color. It looks very pink, but it's got some gold fleck in it, and it works really nicely as the shimmer on the eyelid. It goes with pretty much all the colors. I'm gonna apply mascara. Okay, so I've applied eyeshadow and mascara to both eyes. And if you wanted to go in and add a little color to your brows, the contour color works really good as a brow color. And you can just add in a little bit of color. It also helps to hold the eyebrows in place, like hold the hair. Kind of has the consistency of a pomade when you apply it to your brows. We also have a brow wax that is a stronger hold if you need something to hold the brows. So another use for the contour. We also have a finishing powder that fits right in your palette, and fragrances. So the fragrances it's a solid fragrance, and it's in a illuminator base, so it has a little bit of shimmer to it. They smell amazing. There's like 7 or 8 different fragrances that you can choose from, and those can fit also right in your palette with the rest of your makeup. I just put kind of more of a matte lip color on. It's really fun to mix the shades. You can add a little bit of a gloss over the top of a matte. Mixing a couple of colors together to create a different color is always fun. So that's a complete full face with the highlighting and contouring, eyeshadow, all of the things. Because it's customizable, you can just customize it to your personal preference and your routine. You can do as little or as much as you like. If you want to just use a lipstick and a bronzer, that works too. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will put some links in the comments.